The Americas. Long before the Vikings or even Christopher Columbus ventured into this new world, they had another group of pioneers visit. They lacked swords, axes, and they definitely didn't have guns or cannons. What these people did have, however, was a desire to find a place they could call home. These people are what we today call Paleo-Indians, or literally, Stone Indians. The time these people first entered into the Americas was called the Ice Age. And during this time, almost all of North America was covered in a massive ice sheet. This ice sheet was called the Laurentide Ice Sheet. As global temperatures rose, the ice sheet receded slightly along the western coast of North America, allowing for small groups to travel inland, by foot, and also by boat. After only a few centuries, some small groups had traveled all the way down to the very southern tip of Argentina, colonizing both South and North America. Although there were people south of the ice sheet, most of these Indians, they remained north, unable to pass in large numbers. This all changed when a path melted, separating the ice sheet in two and allowing these people to come south in much larger numbers. After some time, however, the animals these people hunted, they began to migrate north through this corridor. As a result, these people followed, and it is here that our story will stay, focused on a tiny little cave just off the shores of a glacial lake. This cave is known as Tse'K'Wa, or simply Rock House. The people who ended up settling in this region, with some exceptions, called themselves the Dunne-za, meaning simply the people. People were a semi-nomadic, hunter-gathering people, whose language and genetics can be traced to the northern Athabascan group of Native Americans. The Dunne-za people practice many spiritual as well as practical ceremonies that form the backbone of their living, breathing culture that sets them apart from our contemporary stereotypes of most Native Americans. It is at places like Tse'K'Wa that these people have practiced their way of life for thousands of years. Now, it is highly speculated as to what the actual purpose the cave may have served, whether it was used as a shelter, a food store, or as a space for ritual. However, we do know that at an archaeological dig at the site, there was hundreds of finds made, most significantly being a bison and 2 raven carcasses. This tells us what they lived off of, but also how they worshipped. This is because the raven is believed to have been used in ceremony. The raven is an immensely important animal to the Dunne-za people, being seen as a messenger between this world and the next. Also found were spearheads, arrowheads, small hand tools, and beadwork. The oldest specimens dating back to the year 8500 BCE, or 10,500 years ago, roughly. And so, with evidence going back thousands of years, it is safe to assume these people have lived and thrived here for quite some time. That is, until the first Europeans arrived on their doorstep. With the first introduction of Europeans by Alexander Mackenzie in 1794, the Dunne-za saw the fur trade. This annihilated the local wildlife population. As well, they saw the introduction of Christianity and a mass of new settlers. They beat the culture, the language, and the spirit out of generations of this proud people. And they did this through residential schools, a system enacted by the Canadian government to assimilate the native people into the European way of life. It is only now, after so much suffering, that the Dunne-za people are finally healing. They're practicing ceremonies that were once illegal to practice. They're educating themselves and fighting back to get the reconciliation they deserve. And they are doing this at places like Tse'K'Wa, a place of great importance, and now, of healing. It is a place to learn, to explore, and to take part in an important process of reclamation, not just for the Dunne-za people, but for everyone who cares about this region and those who live within it. If you wish to learn more, you can contact Treaty 8 at tar@treaty8.bc.ca, or you can give us a call at 250-785-0612. Thank you.